We here to talk about Gucci, big Gucci Goo Up, and a little bit about little Boosie. We not here to heavily talk about Boosie. We just here to talk about Gucci. So, but basically, we all have seen that Gucci is starting a new label, or he's changing the name of the 1017 label to like something else again. And basically, Boosie is tired of people blaming Gucci Man for his artist issues. Now, I do understand where Boosie is coming from. Don't get me wrong. Pooh Shiesty getting locked up, I don't blame it on Gucci Man. I mean, I understand Gucci Man's trying to sign like people that sound raw, they really from the streets or whatever have you. That's perfectly fine. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, we see it a lot of time with a lot of these guys that get signed from these environments. Again, some of them are great. Now, some of them still get in trouble, but some of them are very great and very talented. Yeah, but your trouble's not on you. I don't put the shit Pooh Shiesty did on Gucci Man. I don't put the shit Fujiano did on Gucci Man. I don't put the shit Rollo did at the time on Gucci Man. You know, the whole enchanting situation and certain other situations of that ilk. I don't put it on Gucci Man. It's just sadly some of your artists, they are from the hood, they are from the streets, they got beef with certain niggas. It is what it is at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it is what it is. Now, with that being said, Gucci starting a new label, I'm not mad at. Now, honestly, you might have to stop signing a lot of these street niggas because clearly it's not working out for you. The most promising or most popular ones keep getting locked up and clearly is not doing well for you. So you should stop doing that and be a little bit more versatile when they're picking artists. But at the same time, yeah, maybe a little bit more mentorship, a little bit more like, yeah, I'm giving you this opportunity, you gotta stop that shit. Now, yes, you can lead a horse to water, you can't force it to drink, but hey, you could put, you know, you could guide it here and there, and maybe it might pick up a little water as you guide it take down over there, like, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, we gonna see what happens. Like, it's like, and see, the thing with Gucci is, we do give Gucci Man the benefit of the doubt. I love what he's doing. I love this label shit he does. Like, don't get me wrong. And you do find promising artists. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, though, a lot of them just get into trouble. That's the thing with Gucci Man's label. Out of all these labels put together, a lot of them get into trouble. Don't get me wrong. We see on CMG with Yo Gotti, 42 Dugg keep going to jail. So, like, we see it on other labels. Don't get it fucked up. But it's just with Gucci Man's track record, a lot of his artists get into some shit. And that's the problem. But anyways, let's keep going. So Boosie acknowledged that many 1017 artists face hardships during their tenure, but also believes Gucci Man has helped more than he harms. Yeah, I would say that. I would say he helps more than he harms. Some of Gucci Man's artists under his 1017 label have seen some tragic and unfortunate end. I'm not putting enchanting on there, bro. It was just some drug shit. Now you could say him being around her or noticing she was heavily partaking in substances, potentially. He could have put her into like rehab or whatever have you. Try to do that. But at the same time, also I will say this, Gucci Man is still, I know not as much of in 2024 and even 2023. He is still an active artist. As much as, yeah, he's doing his thing with the artists on his label, he's still an active artist, so he's doing his own shit. And he got kids, he got a family as well. Again, he can't micromanage every person. That's where you need a big team. And maybe Gucci Man doesn't have that big of a team for his 1017 artists, and he should look into getting more people on that roster that he can delegate some tasks to, and they could keep more of an eye on his artists. But I digress. Whether it be enchanting's passing or prison stints from rappers like Rollo, while many fans are sympathetic to these situations and advocate primarily for the well-being of all, others make occasional disrespectful and always dismissive assumptions about how Guap should be at fault for these circumstances. Boosie Badazz is one of the many who is tired of the narrative against the Atlanta-based legend, as he remarked during his most recent interview with Vlad TV with DJ Vlad. The media personality brought up this connection, and Boosie responded in kind. First of all, he posited that Any artist's level of success and struggle is ultimately their responsibility above all else and comes directly as a result of their choices. Boosie believes that Gucci Mane ultimately helps more than he harms, given that he gave these MCs a platform and a chance at a career that may have not appeared otherwise. I do believe that some of them, not all of them, I do feel like Pooh Shiesty and certain niggas like that would have taken off regardless. But I do feel some of the artists he did put a spotlight on them and help them. You know what I'm saying? Where was I? Yeah, specifically he mentioned Pooh Shiesty. Now Pooh Shiesty would have popped off in my opinion. Pooh Shiesty would have popped off in my opinion. But anyways, he mentioned Pooh Shiesty as someone he found a lot of acclaim and success due in partnership with Gucci support and guidance. But at the end of the day, the artists themselves are who can take advantage of their opportunity and use it responsibly. And I will say this, as speaking on behalf of Gucci again, at the end of the day, yeah, you could sit here, like I said, you can lead a host of water, you can't force a drink. You could try to guide them, make sure they don't do shit you do, and do have all this energy and whatever have you, and try to steer them the right way, try to be like this or whatever have you. But the motherfucker still might do it at the end of the day. And that's the fucked up situation about it at the end, because as much as I do want to give grace to Gucci, which he does deserve, at some point I do have to look up at Gucci like, why are you just signing street niggas? Don't get me wrong, sign you some street dudes, but get some R&B motherfuckers as well. Like, switch it up. You can't just go for the same thing all the time and expect different results. You gotta go about it a little differently here and there. You need to diversify your catalog in. Get some R&B acts, maybe some more women on the roster and whatever have you. That's where I feel like Gucci go wrong. He floods with a lot of dudes, but hey, where was I? In addition to all this, it's important to know that the individual situations of 1017 artists can also fall victim to systematic issues in the justice system. Yes, I do 100% agree with that. Such as excessive punishment, discrimination, and lack of a fair process. This is one of the reasons as to why Boosie thinks that being a rap CEO can be a thankless job that risks big investments with possible meager returns. Also, there's a chance that these artists can eventually turn on their supporters and the labels and people that helped them get off the ground. This hasn't happened much in Gucci's case, but is nevertheless a difficult balance to strike. Overall, Boosie praised Gucci for his candid thoughts and efforts on these subjects in the quest to support his artists, and thinks that the industry needs to acknowledge how complicated these situations can be. I was one of those type of artists. I was always going back and forth to jail. Gucci told Keisha Kior in the All Things podcast first episode, I try to help those artists that I feel I see a lot of myself in, which I do respect it. At the end of the day, bro, and that's what I'm saying. If I was in the position of a Gucci or even a Boosie and I could sign artists and I see the talent they have, and if they reminded me of myself in certain situations I've been through and I just see them trying to make a way, trying to get out, trying to provide for their peoples and whatever have you, why the fuck not would I sign them, bro? Why the fuck? I would like to give them a chance, because I know chances aren't given all the time. I would love to give them a chance. I am just saying, one of my, I would say, critiques against Gucci is you just keep going after that mode. And yes, keep going after that mode. Give as much chances as you can, but I'd also look into some R&B people, some other shit, some country artists, if you were like, yo. Because clearly, bro, you just going after these street folk is not working out. I don't know. Maybe you need a bigger team. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. But we all know Gucci Mane's a legend and we got to respect him. Like, at the end of the day, we do got to respect him. We do. But yeah, man, that's really, I respect it. Like, he does get unnecessary hate, but like, I do get it. A lot of the people he does sign, bro, they just keep getting locked up and like I do get it. I feel like maybe the approach or has to change. Something got to change a little bit. Something. I will say that. Something got to change. But besides that, man, I ain't mad at Gucci. We all know Gucci's a legend. Gucci do what he do. over like 100 projects Gucci has dropped in his career. Like, you just gotta give it to him. With that being said, man, hey, what do y'all feel about this, man? Hey, you agree with Boosie that Gucci gets a lot of like flack and some nonsense, or you believe like it's justified with all the situations that's happened with the artists that he signed? Comment down below, links in the description. Check out the second channel, Quasimodo. And besides that, it's your friendly neighborhood K.A. sign out for today. The Black TJ there while they're doing this thing. My name ring bells like the second channel, like Quasimodo. Like, subscribe, and keep doing your thing. I'm gone. Slimes on P-Shots gang. Aye.